Good morning. This is Ankamet Kaf with TradeOutLoud.com, and today is Tuesday, August 16th, 2016, and it is 9:08 a.m. Eastern Time, and this is the pre-market game plan. Let's start off with GC. Okay, so let's take a look at gold. Gold ran into resistance here at 1361, and by the way, we're analyzing the 1 hour chart to determine the best bias for the day. So it ran into resistance at 1361.4 around this area, and it's having a hard pullback right now. So it's pulling back. I expect the pullback to be all the way into 1350 area and being a cushion area for 1348. And it looks bullish. So it looks bullish. It has been trying actually to go higher for the last 6 trading sessions. So it actually has a lot of support at 1340 around this area right here. And actually with these prior lows a few days ago at 1336, and it's trying to make higher highs in this area, but every single time it reaches this resistance, it's just getting a lot of sell. So remember, for the last 6 or 7 trading sessions, this support level has held, which makes us believe that we are trying to push higher. But nonetheless, if we don't break this 1360 area, 1361, we're never going to get into the prior highs that were set at 1377.50. So this is going to be the key here, because we had a really nice run into extended hours into this resistance area. So for the 7th time, I think, for the 7th trading session, so any pullback into 1350 would be viable. So again, it's trying really hard to push higher. So again, I would say there's a cushion area between a 1348 and 1350 that might hold in order to move higher. So if gold is on your menu today, just watch it for a long. Let's move on to CL. And CL right now, I'm watching the 2-minute chart, which had a really nice breakout over $45.70. So let's move a little bit to that one. Okay, so here we have it. We had this initial breakout here, and it's really trying to continue higher. In extended hours, we did have a move lower, and now we're recouping. So $46 is the breakout area once again. So let's move on for our buys to the hourly charts. So again, $46 is buyable, and it has support once again at $45.50. So this is the area once again that we're going to look. Yesterday was one of our targets. Now it's one of our support levels. So it bounced from this area. You could see had the really nice bounce that came in at 3 a.m. And we're getting the pullback. The pullback came exactly into this location, and you can see by this bottoming tail was really bought in this location. As in terms of targets, we're gonna look for a first target. If you're getting it here at $46, you're gonna look for a first target into 46.20, 46.50, and 46.80 for today. For today. And it does have a lot of room to run into $47, the whole number. So it does have that void, that room to run it for $1. So again, if this is something that you might consider today, and it has a pretty clear pattern when you're going on minor time frames. So I really like it. It just needs to break this whole number area. It's also a prior resistance, and once it gets through this area, look for 46.20 for a first target, 46.50 for a second target, and so on. Continue to trail it higher. The next resistance area is on the daily chart. It's actually at $47. So that's going to be your target for moving forward for CL. All right, let's move on to NQ. And we're getting some retracement here in NQ. So after it set a high yesterday at 4835.25, it was a grind higher. It was actually a difficult run higher yesterday. And it was a little bit on the whippy side. So we had a full retracement back into the support level at 48.11, 48. 48.11, 50, 48.11, 80, around this area. This is the retracement area. And again, it's if we're going to look for a long position all the way into this area. If the retracement should continue lower, so I'm not going to short anything just yet because we are not into a confirmed downtrend. We're still trying to fight and decide whether this is just a pullback or we're going to continue higher. Remember, a pullback into 48.10 is still viable. So we're still gonna look bullish around this area. If we should get a buy into this area at 48.07, 48.08, I'm gonna look for targets into 48.20, 48.30, and 48 into these highs right here, if this is gonna be the case for today. But we're gonna look, it might be one of those chop days today, and it all depends on what the catalyst is behind the move. So we're gonna see where we're gonna stand with this. I am not going to short. Once again, I'm gonna look for a retracement into 48.07, and if we should get any kind of bullish signal into this area, I'm gonna take it long. So this is NQ. Let's move on to ES. Okay, so ES is pretty much acting the same way as NQ. So we did have an overnight extended hours yesterday, a nice move up, continuation with a new high at 2190 in the New York session, and we had a pullback into this prior area coming in yesterday, and then again continuation back into support at 2180. 2180 is going to be the line in the sand for ES, because if it breaks it, it has room to go lower to 2175. So I would say be very, very cautious in this, because it is still sitting on support right here, and at any point it can bounce higher. Remember, we're in a very, very, very bullish environment, and some shorts may get killed. All right, so let's move on to YM. And YM, after setting a new high yesterday at 18,623, just like the rest of the indices, it pulled back into this area of support right here, which is 18,550. So 18,550 hovering into 40, 50, 40, 50 around this area. Now remember, if this area is going to hold, any turnaround into this area, you're going to look for a continuation higher into 18,580, and we're going to look for the whole number here at 18,600. So this prior high right here, which is resistance, and you have another resistance area right here at 18,620. So these are going to be the targets for today if we're going to get a turnaround. If this support area is not going to hold, again, we're going to look for a retracement into the 20 area, which is the next area of support. So remember, I'm not going to look to short. I'm not going to be overly aggressively short in this, because the support areas are rather close together. So it is possible that we might get bounces, but needless to say, the indices are weak. So YM, ES, and NQ are weak. And in terms of weakness, ES is the weakest one, followed by YM, and followed by NQ. NQ is the strongest one that we have. So hope you enjoyed today's video, and hope you find it helpful for your trading session today. See you tomorrow morning.